Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm a second late. My tea is still cooking. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Tammy. Oh, my goodness, Michelle's not here. She might be on with her boyfriend. Let's see. Hello, Jamie. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Spilling the tea about craft items. You bet. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, it's very good for the algorithm. And let's see. How is Dawn? How is Tammy? How is Jamie tonight? How are y'all? Oh, tea's done. Hang on just a quick second. I'll be right back. There we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm a hurting pup tonight. I am aching. Oh, sorry I didn't get any videos on this weekend. I've been working like crazy. Today in the Boys and Girls Club, we have to decorate our door this week for a contest. Thank you, Tammy. For a decoration contest, like all the classes are doing that. And ouch. We wrapped our door in blue paper. Then they didn't have any brown, so I used black. I cut out a tree out of black paper and branches and stuff. And the kids, I had them color in leaves. Some of the girls really did it fancy, really did a fancy creative job, really neat, colorful crayons, all kinds of things. And then cut the leaves out. So tomorrow I have to tape the tree to the door and then have the kids tape all their fancy colored leaves all over the door. So, and I have to, here's Michelle. Hey, girl. That's okay. We figure you might be online with your boyfriend or something. Oh, you're not having a good night? I'm sorry to hear that. Not cool. Three pink roses. Hello to everyone. I don't get to stop in much during the school year, but I still watch the Facebook page and pictures. Hope everything is well. Yes, indeed. Who, let's see. I'm not sure what to call you. Do I have a name? I'm so glad you're here. 3 pink roses. Glad to have you here. Haven't done any diamond painting today. I have pulled a butt muscle or sciatic nerve when I gardened yesterday. Oh, man. Oh, Tammy, you can barely get up and sit. Oh, no. Kim R. Miss Kim. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's good it was a nice enough day to be out gardening. We've had like off and on rain today, so all my muscles are aching. And then we did cookies all day today. So here I am. It was peanut butter blossoms, which is like snowballs, peanut butter snowballs, and they're peanut butter. They're crushed peanuts and Rice Krispies, butter, confectioner's sugar, peanut butter, and you're like, all the batches I do are digging in this thing and peanut butter up to here. I mean, ugh. So digging in this thing, getting them all crunched together, getting them all nice and tight. And I made 4 batches. Another gal made 4 batches. So we did 8 batches, and I had too many crushed peanuts, so I did a little bit more. So I actually did about maybe 5 batches. So Anyway, and my mom made the snickerdoodles. So this week I have snickerdoodles and peanut butter blossoms. Now the peanut butter ones, we do in, some of them we do in an icing, which is just confectionery sugar, milk, and vanilla. And then I roll them in shredded coconut. Or we do the icing thing and we roll them in other crushed peanuts. Or we melt dark chocolate and milk chocolate and roll them in that and then get them cold. And the snickerdoodles are just the, the sugar cookies with the cinnamon sugar on top. So that is, no, gloves, Dawn, wouldn't have worked because they just stick to everything and you can't get them clean. And I can't feel if I've got little lumps of butter in there. Believe me, I wash dishes beforehand, so my hands are squeaky clean before I get in there, and they're squeaky clean on the way out. So, let's see. Oh, I'm so glad you like the mug. You're most welcome. I'm glad you liked it. I am so glad you liked it. No, we're not talked in days. It has me upset because it's not like him not to text or call. I know he's getting my text because it tells me if it's read. Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. That would make me upset too. It would make me upset too. Maybe he's sick. Maybe he's got, a fever or something. Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's try to be positive until you know otherwise. So between the rain and my fibromyalgia, between running all over the place and doing the cookies today, and then doing the kids' homework school thing, which means I have to wipe all the tables down, which means I have to get the big broom and mop the floor, walking around to the tables too all the time to help them with their homework, and then cutting the stuff around and decorating. My legs are burning. They're absolutely burning tonight. Anything about cleanliness, just not having it all over your hands. Oh, I know, but I just wanted to make that clear that, absolutely, I do my dishes before I get my hands into anything so that they're all sudsy and soapy and clean and wiped off. And then if I have to get my hands into anything before I bake, I usually have a couple teacups that need to be washed before I start. So that's this week's baking. That was today. That was just today. Tomorrow I have to be online for 3 hours for a ministry, like a boundary training thing. I was on a ministry call on Sunday for a couple hours, and that in the afternoon, that actually turned out to be a decent call. So something I was reluctant to do actually turned out very nice. Yeah, Kim, I do like my new job. Thank you. It's tough physically for me because I'm still waiting for disability to come through, and I'm still trying to get used to the physicality of it. I really like the kids. Yesterday, the other classroom teacher was late, so I was in charge for the first half an hour and did the regular routine. But boy, the kids were testing me. Can I work on my computer today? No, that's a class rule. Can't we switch classes? I want to sit, tables. I want to sit next to so-and-so. No, we'll be switching soon, but I don't get to pick. They were just testing. And the one kid had his Nerf football out and stuff all out of his backpack and not getting out his book and his homework. And I'm like, no, you got to get this out first. You got to do. It's so, but they're really good kids at heart. They really are. They really are a joy. It's just sad that they're so far behind. I'm still working on ×2 multiplication tables with 4th graders. They don't know how to divide yet. Some of them are still subtraction borrowing, and they might borrow from the wrong number. Some of them don't know how to spell the number word out. So I have to have a whole list of how to spell the number words. You are feeding 2 grandsons, Tammy, like right now. So, I mean, it's sad, and they're behind on their reading too. They really are, some of them, but all of them, all but one, is English as a second language. And I would say the majority of their parents don't know English as a first, as a second language either. The kids are good at speaking English, but I don't think they know. They don't get help with their homework because their parents don't speak English. I have one Vietnamese child, and the rest are Spanish, and one white child. And they're really good kids. Some of them are really creative. We have 3 boys, and the rest are girls. So I have 11 girls. And they're really fun. They really are. The 2 mandalas I got done this week are these 2. And part of one here that I did on another call. I did not get any other one done. I sold another diamond painting. That was The Sweet Life. I believe I sold it off the Etsy shop. So whomever purchased that, thank you. Let's see. Any other interesting things that came up this week? I can send you a multiplication chart. My ADD granddaughter learned her multiplication from it. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're always looking for helping them with their multiplication facts every day. Kim says, can you bring a little manipulative for the students? Yes. Some kids need to see it and need tactile touch involvement to learn long-term. Yes. For reading for non-English, use pictures from magazines. Well, we're doing okay. They can speak English real well. Parents can't, but they can. And like one girl reads too fast, like she'll go over it, but she won't sound out the word. And she's doing okay, like learning the vowel sounds, but she just wants to do it too fast. Another gal is having trouble just with the names of places and people and like wacky names. Other ones are just having trouble with harder words, but there are a few that are having trouble with regular words. They're not doing terrible with their English. They can't spell worth crap. They can read better than they can spell. And yes, for the math, we have like little cubes, a whole lot of little cubes that they can use. We've got a chart, a laminated chart that they can like find it on a chart. We have to quiz them on their math facts. So right now we're doing the ×2 tables and the ×3 tables. Some of them go really quickly and they do well. Other ones are okay in multiplication, but they're having trouble with borrowing in subtraction. Another one was doing angles, and she had to pick out the 3 different kinds of angles, and the picture really wasn't clear on 2 of them, so I can't blame her for that, not getting them right. But and a couple of them just want to do them too fast and don't get them done completely. I'm an educational therapist. Hit me up if I can help with ideas for specific issues if you want. Thank you, Kim. I'm looking for a math game, multiplication math game, that kind of thing that'll make it fun for them to learn. They don't teach them to spell. Thank goodness this teacher is doing it this year, 4th grade. Yeah, they should by 4th grade. They should teach them to spell. Yeah. Yeah. Or a website, Kim, or a website that I can find some nice like multiplication games that'll make it fun for them. That won't be like too competitive with the others, but even that we can get a whole class involved in. I know some people said to do the math facts in like a colored shaving cream on a cookie tray and have them do it on their fingers like that. Some things like that it's more tactile. Some of them, they have them drawing out boxes of dots. Yeah, they're going to be counting by 2s and 5s. They're almost all of them have 5s down. 10s, they're good. One, I was having trouble with 2s, but she was switching from she was just getting the connection between adding like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is like 4 2s. You're just getting that concept at the moment. 4s they're not there yet. But we're trying 2s and 3s. It's a shame for like 4th grade. A couple of them bring their spelling pack home, and I help them with their spelling tests before the end of the week. But basically, if they don't have any spelling homework, I have them write their spelling words 3 times each. But the kids are good overall. They're well behaved. They try to get away with, whatever they can, but that's normal. That's pretty normal. Let's see. Just saw my granddaughter a few minutes ago. She, Katie had her up. Katie came up to get her extra cookies from today, and she's bringing me some extra Halloween fall decorations that I can use in the classroom that she's not using down at the house. And then Crystal had her ferret draped over her shoulder out in the driveway. I'm like, you're outside. You have the ferret outside. The ferret was trying to snuggle underneath her jacket because it was getting cold, because it's like in the 50s out there right now. So it was kind of crazy. I'm like, girl, get that ferret inside. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Teaching them to skip count. 2 times 5, then have them count by 2s on fingers until they get to 5. Yeah, we're doing the skip counts. That's what we're doing. Yep. So I got through all of my Japanese candies. There was one that was a real hot cinnamon. I'm not a cinnamon lover, but and this one was powerful cinnamon. And then there was one that was like a lemon warhead, and I had to lick it like a little at a time and then put it away and then try it again a little bit later. and keep doing it that way until I could get down to the major, the sweet part of it. It's like crazy. Some of them were too gummy, like it was like eating a little brick of gelatin. I'm like, I don't like that gummy ones, but most of them were delicious. Most of them were fruity or coffee, flavored, or just normal flavored. They had odd, like fruit that I've never tasted before. Some of them were sweet, like plums and really wonderful candy, but not all of them. Let's see. But it took a week to go through that, which is nice. Now I'm getting back. I have more notes here. Knockout is a good game for math. Clumsy Thief, Pop, or IC10. Addition facts. Okay. I don't know any of them. Is there like a website I could find out? I am tired when I get home. It's only like from 3 to 6:30. But my legs are they like burn. It's been getting a little better. It's been getting a little better. I'm used to putting the little chairs up on the desks now and pushing a broom around, but I have the kids go find the broom for me. It's usually on the other side of the common area, all the way on the other side with the classes. So I ask them to go grab the broom for me, and then I sweep. And then once a week, I get one of the guys in the center room to do the mop and bucket thing for me, because I just can't. By the time I'm done, I just can't. So this week is only a 3-day week for me, because Thursday I would have taken off because a friend from Ohio was coming down. But she's having health problems and she's not coming down after all. But I decided I'm not going to go in anyway, because I had taken it off. I got approval to take it off. And they're having a big, like, dinner thing for parents, a big spaghetti dinner. And I would have to, like, help serve the spaghetti and stuff like that, which it's terrible to say that I really don't want to do that. And Friday, we're supposed to be down 45 minutes away for some kind of a teacher's learning thing that we've got to be at. So I don't have a classroom on Friday either, so I won't have them again until Monday. We have to have our door and our classroom decorated, finished by tomorrow. So that's why I was doing the door. They are on Amazon as actual games. I will see if I can find websites to suggest you. That would be great. We only have a really small budget, so I can't really buy anything. I'm going to see. Actually, I have a discount at Discount School Supply. Maybe I can look on there. Come to think of it, I have an affiliate link there. I don't mind putting some of my own money into it if it's for the kids. I was going to hit up the dollar store for more decorations if I needed it, but I just don't have the energy to go looking for any right now. I wanted to figure out how to make some corn stalks, because I made like a pumpkin patch in the room on the bulletin board. but I don't, it's not 3D enough for me. So I was thinking if I made some like corn stalks, it would kind of be fun. They're on Amazon as an actual game. Okay. Sorry, I'm sniffing. Oh, and the one young man I was helping finish up today, he was like last. He's never last. It's really unusual that he was last getting his homework done today. And I don't think he was feeling well. And he coughed a little bit. He was out the other day, so I'm thinking he's just not quite feeling himself. Now I'm hoping I don't get sick because he was coughing on me. So I was only sick the first week, but you know how when you get in contact with elementary kids, they get sick all the time. My oh no. One of my relatives had some facial surgery done to get rid of some Bell's palsy stuff. They're recuperating from that. Another relative had a big, infected area on their neck. So they're in the emergency room right now getting that taken care of because the doctor said to go get that done right away. So I'm waiting to hear how that relative is. And let's see, what was the end of last week like? I'm still working on the other website, not website, but the content for the other YouTube channel. And I didn't get any content up. Oh, for next week, I will have 2 Christmas sneak peeks from Diamond Art Club to show you. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, you're sweet, Kim. Thank you. The teachers there at the Boys and Girls Club really, really care. All of them. We have 1st through 5th grade. And they're always putting in their own money for things. They're always trying to develop games and stuff for the kids to get better on. Some of them were former teachers. Other ones are, like the gal I work with is an accountant. But she, had her kids go through, and she's been doing that classroom for like 10 years now. So I'm just her assistant. Hoping he makes it through. My relative will make it through. He's just in the emergency room getting it. He needs to have this thing like lanced and lots of heavy antibiotics so the infection doesn't go any further. Aww. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I did not nuke my tea long enough. It's already cold. That's a bummer. Let's see. So I've been doing some online learning about that, about the other channel. We're supposed to figure out who the primary person is that the site is for. What problem does it solve for that person, and how how my process or whatever gets them from the problem to the solution. And let's see. I wrote out like the opening page. It says, "You are not alone. God sees you, hears you, and loves you, and desires a deep relationship with you. We are here to help you experience God in ever-deepening ways via colorful, prayerful, guided activities, events, and content." So that's kind of what it is. And my friend and I have a certain way that we went about it when we taught it at Art and Prayer mixed together. And so I'm going to use that technique. And among other things, it says, you guys probably aren't, maybe you're not interested in it. The Christmas diamond paintings sound great. Sneak peeks will happen not this Saturday, but next Saturday. There are 2 fairly large Christmas sneak peeks. They're detailed. They're really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I'm sure one of them I will let go. I bought a new one this week on their Saturday sale. They are so many. It's the other butterfly that kind of matches the triple butterflies. Oh, that I don't know yet. I don't know the artist yet, Dawn. They didn't give me a whole lot of information. They just showed me the pictures and said, "Do you want these?" They said, "Can we send you 2?" Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting up Kim's YouTube. Thank you for that. I have to go back in and check that out. And with it, I got the 4-placer, the metal 4-placer. I was trying to get enough for free shipping. And Michelle's, yep, Mutt Nuts. And I got a card set, but I got one I don't like. So I have to send it back. It's Diamond Art cards. It's the fantasy set. They're really juvenile and like, I don't know, with the hologram image, you can really see it well. They have the metal. They have a variety of metal multi-placers on the end. Didn't know she had one. She had one. What? Oh, didn't know Kim had a YouTube thing. Let's post them in the Facebook group as well. Especially Kim's. I don't think we had Kim's up on the YouTube site yet, on the Facebook site yet. Yeah, I got tips from Diamond Art Club, 2 singles and a 16. They should do a set. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. Let me see. I need 2s and maybe that's a 6. Oh, I did get to go upstate on Saturday. In a dreary Saturday. It was raining. I wanted to, around this time of year is the best to see the fall leaves and everything. Oh, 6-placer, not a 16-placer. I'm like, that is a big one. Oh, thank you, Tammy. When you're done feeding your kitties. um, yeah, so this is near the Blue Mountains. So I used to love, October was the month I used to love to drive around and visit up there because I could see the leaves, because you're in a valley and you could see the leaves, changing all over the valley, the mountains. And but it was foggy and dreary and chilly, and the leaves hadn't turned yet, so I didn't get to see them. But I wish Dak would have given me my birthday points. I keep asking, but no response. Yeah, I wish they'd be more responsive to people's emails right now, all over the place. It just isn't. Yeah, I gotta say I don't like some of the things that are going on. So I did get to have lunch with my former organist, who I stayed with when I was upstate. And we chatted for hours. And then there was a gal, one of the members there. I mentored the granddaughter and was in the choir with the daughter, and really had a special relationship with the grandmother. The grandmother had some stomach surgery the past several weeks ago and was having trouble with recuperating, and she's home and everything. But so I thought, it's been a number of years now. I went up to visit, and I thought, I'm just going to go see Millie and Joy on my way home. And I called the daughter, and the daughter was surprised to hear from me, because when you leave a congregation, you're not supposed to go back and talk to anybody in the congregation. You're supposed to give the new pastor a time to establish their ministry, that you're not interfering with it and stuff. And I think it's been a number of years now. So I didn't. I kept that rule. So so I went back, and my organist, Debbie, had said that, she was down to see her, and she was kind of depressed and that. And I thought, what the heck? So I called the daughter. I called Joy, and she left it as a surprise for her mom. So I stopped by to see them on the way home. And that was quite a surprise for them. The granddaughter is now in college. And so I didn't get to see her. I didn't get to see the gal I mentored because she was working, which is just fine. It's just fine. She is gainfully employed and doing well, so I'm happy about that. Happy about that. Can't ask for much more. Let me see. No, I didn't see the messages from Gemma. Where did she message? On the Facebook page? I just started doing mandalas because I had a hard time sleeping. I started putting my designs up on YouTube for people who need to relax and unwind at night, like me. I like that. Thank you. And I definitely will check it out in the evening, because I have a hard time going to sleep at night. I have a hard time winding down. Your thoughts go every which way. And I just get too wrapped up in what I'm watching on TV, and my mind goes, squirrel. My mind goes, oh, I've got to watch the rest of this, or I want to watch this. And then if I start to fall asleep in the middle of what I'm watching and I wake up, it's like, oh crap, I got to back up but I don't have to. I can just turn it off and watch it another time. But I don't. Which is part of the problem. And let's see, on Facebook, she said she has to work and won't be able to pop in until like 3 a.m. her time. Well, I'm not sure what time it is there, but I don't know if we'll be here or not, but I'm sure she'll check and see. Oh, Tammy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Insomnia. I find I wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep for a while. And if I turn the TV on, I find something interesting, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to like read instead. Is it you're doing mandala colorings, Kim? You coloring mandalas? I have some coloring pages I could do in the evening, like along with you when you're coloring. Sometimes my hands hurt though by the end of the day. Oh, Monday, my organizer comes for the first time. I am nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I am very nervous. I'm not sure what I'm going to have to downsize and give away, and in the midst of it all, I have to get ready for the firehouse craft show. So I have something to put on the table for the craft show. Then whatever doesn't sell at the craft show, which will probably be plenty, in November, or Saturday in November, I'm going to have like a budget diamond painting sale here. Okay. And I will let you know on the Facebook group what day that will be and the times and all that coming, in case anybody is interested. And maybe I can get my granddaughter to help again. She seemed to like that. Hello, Annette. Glad to have you here. Hello, Annette. I draw the designs on my iPad and color and uncolor them on my videos. I do a screenshot of some of the designs. Oh, cool. Very cool. That'd be great. I would be nervous also. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. It needs to be done. I have resigned myself to the fact that it needs to be done. And this gal is a big, a big help. She is used to working with high level hoarders, as well as medium level hoarders like me. She's used to working with really, really desperate cases down in the city. So at least she's not going to find, dirt and like filth or, rodents or anything like that at my place. She's not going to find any of that kind of problem. But I'm still nervous about, this is a small apartment. I'm used to having a big house. It'll be good for me. I know it will be. because I do know that, we need limits, parameters in order to be creative within it. You can't, you're much more creative if you have limits. If you don't have limits and you have everything you need, it's like, well, you don't have to think out of the box. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Oh, thank you. Yeah, because creativity is, oh dear, did I get that wrong? Oh dear, oh dear. No, that's the right one. I just need to do it in different places. Okay. So you can be creative when you have lots of stuff. You can be. But you're forced to be creative if you have limits. Say I only have certain colors of paint. If I need something that's not one of those colors, I am forced to figure out how to mix it to get to the color I want. And if I can't mix it and figure that out, then I've got to figure out something else to do instead, like a different way of accomplishing what I want to accomplish. Yeah, too much does become too much. Exactly. Exactly. Kim says, I'm like that too. I feel like I collect more than anything. I know, right? I hate that. I understand limits. I had to get some recently with my crafts. Exactly what I'm doing now. I have to put limits on it. Then it can become too much. Yeah, especially, with junk journals and stuff like that, you find ways of finding a use for everything. Okay. Creative people can usually say, oh, I could do this with that. I could do this, or I could do this, or it could be that, or it could be that. And sometimes you put stuff aside for projects and say, like, I'm going to use this for that. And then you start creating a little pile. Okay, this is this project, and this is what I want to do with it. But you have like 3 other projects that are already out that you're already doing. So it's got to wait. But it's got to sit there. And then are you going to remember exactly what it is that you wanted to do with it when you do have time to get to it? Sometimes you don't. So now you have this pile of stuff sitting there, and you're thinking, I know I wanted this for something, or the elements in it are really cool, really interesting. You know you wanted it for something, but you can't always remember what it was. But if you put it away, you'll completely forget what it was you wanted to do with it. Sometimes you have to put things away, and you even label them. And at the same time, then you have other projects that need the room, so they get piled on top of it, and you forget that project is there, or you forget you have those supplies, or you have some of the tools that you'll be needing to do that project with it, but suddenly you need those supplies or those tools with something you are doing at the moment, and now you can't find them. What do? Well, if it's something cheap from the dollar store, you go out and get more, instead of trying to dig through things to try to find it. My husband is like that, but every year I make him go through his stuff and get rid of things. Yeah, if I could make my husband do things, then we wouldn't be in half the mess that he's in. I had to find the energy to clean out my knickknacks. Well, I did, but now I really don't want to give away. Oh, I know the feeling. I always wonder if my behavior comes from a fear of scarcity, of not having enough, whether or not that's true. That's one of the reasons that people do that. And some, it's just because we're creative when we can think of a use for it. Like, this is going to be good for this or that or the other thing, or I'm going to need it someday. When I start a project, I like having everything I need right at my fingertips and not have to wait and go out and get something. Like if I'm in the middle of something and all of a sudden I have to stop because I don't have the right buttons for the jacket or the right, I don't know, color paint or the right spray or sandpaper or something, whatever it is, or I can't find this stinking screwdriver, or I don't have the right head on the screwdriver, or that absolutely drives me absolutely bonkers. My husband will start a project and then he'll decide, oh, I need this. And he'll get up and he'll go to Home Depot or wherever to get the stuff. Then he'll start in on it again if there's still time. And then he'll leave everything out. And then he'll get back to it maybe. When he gets back to it, he'll decide, oh, I need this. So he goes back to Home Depot. It takes him like forever to do a project. And meanwhile, everything's a mess in between things. Drives me absolutely insane. Me, I want to get everything ready ahead of time. Get it put together, get it piled together so that it's all ready and available when I start. I want to keep going until it's done. And I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to have to go to the craft store in the middle of something. I want it all there and ready. And if it's not, it drives me absolutely bonkers. Oh, he fights, but I wear him down. Yeah. Well, my husband and I aren't living in the same house anymore right now. At the moment. We still love each other, we still have dinner together, we still talk to each other every day, but we just don't live in the same household for a variety of reasons. But my daughter and my grandkids live in the house with him, and I'm in the apartment in front of my mom's house, and I keep an eye on my mom too. So that's kind of our arrangement at the moment. And maybe by the time he retires or we retire, we'll want to live together again. I'm not sure. It's like now we're too set in our ways. It's like, I have a feeling it'll be difficult trying to live together again because we each now have our own way of doing things and we don't want to be in each other's way. It's sometimes it's the best of both worlds. But it's not the best of both worlds when I have to pay rent or put oil in the oil tank. How is Mama and Mr. Dab? Well, Mama is doing well. And actually, her boyfriend is doing very well too. He's eating a little bit more. He had color in his cheeks tonight. he actually made a joke and was laughing tonight. I'm like, oh, interesting. Because he wasn't eating there for a while. He was getting super skinny. Mom's doing good. She got tired in the middle of doing cookies, and she was doing a stand-up job. So when my daughter came in, my daughter did the stand-up job. My mom was able to do a sit-down job. So, and she's like, she got an email that she thought was a text. She couldn't find the phone number that goes with it. I'm like, Mom, it's an email. There's not going to be a phone number with it. Oh, but how do I call her back? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. We have to search for the phone number. Oh, well, I couldn't find the phone number on whatever. I'm like, okay, Mom, we'll find it. Don't worry. We'll. And I said, why don't you email her back and ask her for her phone number again? That you can't find it. So she is busy getting her dollhouse ready for Christmas. She's getting a turntable to put the dollhouse on so that you can see all sides of it. And so she's playing with that a little bit, and my granddaughter and my daughter are helping her do that. And my Mr. Dab, Mr. the Black Hole, he's doing okay. He's had a little bit of a cold there for a bit, but he's doing good. My daughter made the most marvelous crock pot thing last night. It's called lasagna soup. And she brought me some up for dinner late last night. And Mark loved it. Absolutely loved it. So she's all Miss Happy Cook. And let's see. I had taken some the diamond painting stickers in to do with the kids at the club. And the one time I got to do them with them, they loved them. They're always asking me, when can we do more stickers? When can we do more stickers? So I'm hoping that when they let me do one of the special classes, that I'll do the diamond painting stickers. And I know I'll have at least, 10 or 12 kids wanting to do them, which will be fun. They'll get to do them for like an hour rather than just a rushed half hour before they get called home. Wait a minute, I got this. This is in wrong, I think. There, it was in upside down. Here we go. Get in there. Progresso soup has a lasagna soup. It's really good. I didn't know that. Yeah, it had lumps of ricotta cheese that melted into the top and made it really creamy. Oh my goodness, it was good. Really good. I guess not if you're lactose intolerant, though. So I didn't get to see the leaves on Saturday, but I did get to see some people I cared about, which was good for my spirit. Hopefully good for theirs, too. And Sharon was on last week. I got to talk to Sharon again this weekend for another hour or two. We did some more catching up. I'm trying to think of what else I can like share with y'all. What else? What's everybody else working on tonight? What did you bring to drink tonight? Anybody bring anything interesting? Anything new? Anybody working on a new anything for the October challenges? Anybody doing anything other than diamond painting tonight? Any more oops. And don't forget our recipe, our holiday like cookie dessert recipe type ebook that we're going to put together. If you put a recipe on the Facebook page, the Wanda's Workbasket Facebook page, we will include it in an ebook that I'll put together sometime in December of all my cookies and everybody's. We have a few desserts there. If you have a picture of the dessert, that's like a bonus point. And if you have a picture of your hands or apron or whatever full of ingredients as you're making them, that's even a bigger bonus point. You've been working on, okay, wait a minute. I'm getting back here. Let's see. Yeah, I put shredded cheese on top and melted it in the microwave. Ah, sounds good. Sounds good. We recently had a nice loaded baked potato soup. My husband found it at Sam's. Nice and hearty. It's the season for hearty soups. We had homemade beef vegetable soup today. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Inspiration of spring meadows and raspberry iced tea. Ooh. Inspiration of spring meadows. Is that a Dreamer design or a DAC? I have been working on handmade cards this past weekend. Saturday, I made 6 sympathy cards and had to mail 5 of them. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kim, I'm so sorry you had to mail 5 of them right away. Doing one for cancer and trick or treat. Oh, you won a drawing. Hey, fantastic. That's awesome. The more you enter, the more you win. What did you win in the drawing, Tammy? I didn't get to look over our October birthdays. Can you think of it? Let me check my list. Didn't get to see who is on our October birthdays. The October birthdays I have written here are, just Jane. Jane from the UK. Just Jane. Jane from the UK. Oh, a DAC Pinson. Okay. Yeah, if we would love to see your homemade cards. You take some pictures, or we would love to see your projects on the Facebook page. It inspires everybody. There we go. These mandalas from Paint Gems, sometimes I'm having trouble getting the black ones in between the colors. And that's my own fault because of, how I line them up. So it's not Paint Gem's fault. It's my inability to see what I'm doing all the time. Oh, thank you. It was a bowl from Archer Arts. Oh, hi, Snuggie. Glad to see you jump in. Glad to have you here. The background is actually a picture I took on retreat. At a retreat facility that I went to. I think it was Dalesford Abbey. They had a little lake with a little bridge and a little ice house. And when you sang in the ice house, it had this beautiful echo. You could go down inside the ice house and by the little bit of a river that went through it and hear your voice echo around. Really, really beautiful spot. And it was in the spring, so they had the trees were flowering like that. So that's where that picture was from. I think it's Dalesford Abbey. Snuggie, what you up to tonight? What you doing? How was everybody else's week? Anything else interesting happened this week? Gotta clue me in. Gotta clue me in. Inquiring minds want to know. Remember that old commercial for the Inquirer newspaper? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, man. I'm just so tired right now. Really tired. About to play a game with hubby. Oh. Well, I'm hoping we can keep things going for you. What game are you playing? There was a guy on YouTube that we were watching the other night, and it had all kinds of old games on. Like, he would, different from the different decades. And he had a really old mousetrap on there. Remember that game where you had to, like, go around and build this, like, Rube Goldberg type of crazy contraption, and the ball would roll down a ramp and kick a door and bump up against something, and it would, like, roll down a ramp and fall into a bathtub, and the thing would jump. Borderlands. I don't know what that one is. Never heard it. Tammy just posted 2 things on Facebook page. All right. Awesome. Goldberg, yeah, Rube Goldberg contraptions. And it was funny to watch them. What were your favorite games when you were kids? I mean, everybody played Monopoly, but, that could take forever and nobody ever finishes. We used to play Battleship all the time. We had a Light Bright we used to play. Anybody remember Color Forms? Remember those clingies? It's like window clings, but you have, like, a scene in this cardboard box, and you could put the color forms all over it. Like, I think I had one that was like the weather. Some strange thing like that. Battleship. Hello, Gemma. You love Mousetrap too. And only other person I knew would say that. Would say what? Scrabble and Nintendo. Yep. I remember playing Sorry. Colorforms. Oh yeah, Barbie fashion plates. Yep, we used to do them. Gemma, we're talking about games we used to play when we were kids, like activities we used to play. I had easy bake oven. Of course, by that time I played so much in the real oven that it really wasn't a big thing anymore. Do you remember a game called Mystery Date? Anybody remember that game? Mystery Date. There was like a door in the center. And you have to go around and, like, if you get a certain card or land on a certain thing, you could open the door and find out who your date was. And there was some nerds, some sports guys, some clunkers, and some like average dudes. And, you know, you were always trying to. It was so stupid. But I liked playing it because I always liked opening the little door, being surprised by what was under it. Didn't last too long, though. Interest in that didn't last too long. Monopoly, Canasta, and Barbie. Easy Bake Oven. Yep. Oh, yeah. They had one recently. Easy Bake Oven had one that was for Girl Scouts, and you make Girl Scout cookie recipes. I did some of that with my granddaughter years ago. That was kind of fun. What else did we play? Well, Headache and Trouble, where you pop the dice and run around and do those. My husband used to like Risk and Stratego. He would tell me about those all the time. Operation and Twister, yes. Had so many games. Dream Phone, yeah. Love Barbies. Polly Pockets. Yeah, Gemma jumped in. Oh, yeah. Had all the Barbie dream things, like the dream house and the... But I never had a real Barbie. My mom had gotten me a Princess Grace doll. She thought it was prettier than Barbie. And it was. It was. But then I cut the hair. Strange girl that I was. Because I wanted to put wigs on it. And then I would... I wanted to put a ring on it. And her fingers were all together. So I wanted to cut the fingers apart so I could put a ring on her. It didn't work out so well. She lost a few of her fingers that way. And then years later, before I wanted to give my dolls to my granddaughter, Mark found me a new one, exactly the same. It's a really rare doll, but it's not worth too much. Not like the special Barbies and everything are, but it's really rare. So now I have two of them. One that whose hair's cut and fingers are cut off, and another one who looks real. Oh, and remember the Holly Hobby, Metal Lunchbox, yeah, Barbie Ken, Skipper, and Ricky. Just got home from work. Thank you for putting Gemma's YouTube channel up there in the chat. Thank you very much. I always had the camping gear too. I wanted the camper. We always camped all over the place, and I wanted the camper, the Barbie camper. So we had that. I would make my own Barbie clothes, like from sewing patterns and knitting. I would knit my own. Mom made me a wedding dress for my Barbie, and I knitted her some sweaters or jumpers. Gemma would say jumpers. Let's see. For my husband's advent calendar, I went and to I don't usually do anything for my hubby for advent, but I did something for my mom and for Mark and my daughter this year too. I don't know, maybe I should do something for my son too. I'm not sure that he would appreciate it, but he might. I haven't talked to him in a couple weeks. He doesn't call his mother every week like I'd like him to. Yeah, I'm going to call him and find out what he's doing. Maybe get him something for Advent too. But my daughter, I got, she's into rubber duckies. So I got her a rubber ducky Advent calendar, the little mini ones. When she was a teenager, her favorite things were rubber duckies and black lace. And that is still her. For my mom, since she's working on her dollhouse, I got her some miniatures. And I'm putting in making an advent calendar for her. And for my husband, he likes old-fashioned stuff, like nostalgic stuff. So I'm putting together one with, it was like a candy company that has a box of candy from the 60s and a box of candy from the 70s. So, Connect 4. Yes. I used to play Connect 4. Yep, jumpers. Pants is underwear here. Well, we call them underpants. I guess you call them trousers. I love Wallace and Gromit and the wrong trousers. One of my favorite cartoons. And let's see, what else did we used to play? Other than multiple different versions of freeze tag. Different variations of hide and seek. Yeah, trousers. Let's see. I saw somebody who was going over his stash, and he had won a Wallace and Gromit diamond painting, and he said he wasn't into it. And I'm like, oh man, I love Wallace and Gromit. So cute. So cute. If you haven't seen the cartoons, Wallace and Gromit, they're little cartoon movies. They are so funny. And Shaun the Sheep is from the same creator. I love Shaun the Sheep. They're cute. Where you live in the UK, in the KU games, would be called different things. Oh, different games will be called different things. Yeah, I guess that's the way it is everywhere, in a way. I am not having luck getting all these diamonds in the right place in this paint gems one. I really have to work to get them in the right spaces. These mandalas are a little more challenging than you'd think they would be. I put all the tube channels on the Facebook page. Awesome. If you don't want it on the Facebook page, let me know and I'll delete it. Nope, they're fine. They're absolutely fine there. I'm all for sharing that information and everybody sharing their YouTube information. We all need to grow together. I'm totally cool with that. I'm working on another mandala. I'm going to try to figure out a different way of hooking up a second camera so that you guys can see what I'm working on when I'm working on it. I have not been able to get it so that it doesn't feedback. I can do two cameras at once now, but I one on the phone and one on the computer, and once in a while it works, but not every week. It's very frustrating. So, rather than have it squeal at me tonight, I was too tired to figure it out tonight. You keep asking what, and I'm not responding. Oh, because I'm looking at what I'm doing instead of responding? Is that me? I'm trying. And I don't have my phone next to me, so Tammy can't call and say, get your nose out of what you're doing. I'm trying to think of something funny that may have happened this week. Anything funny? Anything funny happened to anybody this week that you'd like to share? No more raccoons in the ceiling for me. That was the barn ceiling, not inside the house ceiling. I was thinking of that this week. Did I ever tell you about the chipmunk I had in my bedroom a couple years ago? I'm not sure if I did. I told that story to somebody this week. Told it to two somebodies this week. I'm not sure if I told you. I I have a bathroom upstairs next to my bedroom at the top of the steps. And one day, middle of the day, I walked from the steps, walking into the bathroom, passing by the bedroom, just happened to glance in. And I have 2 windows in that room. And when you glance into the room, you see like an upholstered chair in front of the window. So I glanced in at it, and there is a chipmunk on the top of my chair in front of the window. I had to take a double take. I'm like, what the heck is that doing there? So I looked at him, and he looked at me, and we both sort of just stood there looking at each other. And I said, look, I've got to get to the bathroom. By the time I get back from the bathroom, you're going to be gone. I don't know where you came in from. I said, but you're not going to be here when I get back. And he wasn't. I got back from the bathroom and he wasn't there sitting there anymore. I think what happened is the second window in the room doesn't look out on the street. It looks out. There's a big pine tree next to it. And in that window is an air conditioner that doesn't, it's like on second story, so it doesn't really get covered. And I think sometimes, well, right now a bird likes to make a nest next to it. But at that time there wasn't a bird nest there. I think it had pushed away some of the duct tape that I was covering, how you like frame it in. Because the accordion things don't always completely, like, there's always gaps. So I think the chipmunk came in through one of those little gaps. Unfortunately, it was scared enough to find its own way out. Craziness. So for Christmas that year, a friend of mine got me a stuffed chipmunk. I'm like, that's crazy. That's nuts. Wasn't going to find anything interesting in my bedroom, not for it anyway. Anybody else find any wild animals in their house at any time? I know my aunt used to find snakes in her house. She was, they enclosed an outside wall when they renovated and built on. And it was an old stone farmhouse. And this was like in the fall or winter or something like that. Come spring, the room is fully enclosed. And it starts to warm up. And out come these snakes, baby snakes, out of the wall in her dining room. Because now everything is all warmed up. Oh, you're so sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. So, I got this one done. Ta-da! There we go. So that mandala's done. Years ago, we found little frogs from time to time. You were scared of them. So my girls, when they were little, used to get them. My heroes. a friend who was afraid of frogs. Yeah. It's a good thing we no longer have to kiss frogs before we get our prints, right? I don't think Kim would like that too much. It's like egads. Gemma says, years ago, one of the cats, one brought in a frog. I thought it was unalive and went to pick it up, and it jump scared the heck out of me. Since then, I had a phobia of unalive things. Yeah, they have a chance to do that. I caught 2 mice last week. But it's like the fall, so they're all like coming inside from the fields. I mean, we have 15 acres, so they like to come in this time of year, but I don't like them in here. So we're trying to catch the frog. Trying to catch the mice as they come in. Here's the next one I'm working on. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it real well. I'm trying to get it. That one. You get field mice too, Dawn? Always scared they're going to jump up on me. Yeah, they do that. Had a hedgehog living in my shed. You have cats. That's a good way to get rid of them, Dawn. You betcha. Keep them under control with those cats. Are they stickers? No, they're not stickers. They're just, they're called Paint Gems Mini Masterpieces. Let me see. Paint Gem is the company name. And I've done a whole bunch of them. They're easy to sit down and do when I'm like in a meeting or when I have to be online for meetings and stuff like that. That way I don't have to get everything out all over my table, because right now I'm just sitting at a card table. When I lived in Florida, we used to get little lizards in the house. We had to protect them from our cat. Oh, yeah. The youngest cat is a good mouser. Awesome. They would be cool as stickers to put on tumblers. Yeah, they would be. I imagine you could glue them on tumblers the way they are. But they've got a thick canvas that they're on, so they probably wouldn't bend around them too easily. Years ago, we bought a house. They were still doing construction. I went to bed and heard a noise, and I woke up, and there were field mouse going up and down on my blinds. Oh, no! You moved out and called an exterminator. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't like them running up and down my blinds either. Oh, God, no. Sorry, I so quite still here. Oh, you're quiet. Yeah. You're listing, just trying not to call. It's hard knowing he has read my text, but will not answer me back. Oh, Michelle. I know. Guys suck sometimes. They really do. Especially after he came and was with you last weekend. Notebooks, yeah. I'm going to use some of these on my junk journals. It would make really good covers for the notebooks. I had a raccoon and her babies in my attic above my bed. That costs a lot to get rid of them. Exactly. Exactly. We had one rip up the ceiling tiles in the barn, and we did a live trap, and we had to let it go this summer. Thank you. Yes, hugs, Michelle. We send all our love to you, Michelle. I know it's not the same, but we're here for you, honey. Thank you, Dawn. Exactly. We're here for you, Michelle. Men can really suck sometimes. For sure. I really want to warm up my cup of tea. But I don't want to leave the camera for right now. It's just going to have to wait. Maybe I'll have a peanut butter ball. Can't help it. That's what the inside of the cookie looks like. Crushed peanuts and Rice Krispies. And powdered sugar. And peanut butter. Jim, I showed my cookies from earlier. Peanut butter snowballs. Some are dipped in icing and then coconut. Some are dipped in icing and crushed peanuts. Some are either in milk or dark chocolate. And then I do snickerdoodles, which are like a sugar cookie with like a cinnamon sugar on top. That's what we're having. That's what we made today. The Christmas cookie of the week. We have 21 years of friendship, and we have always had feelings for one another, but just decided to date. This is not like him to not answer me back. Then maybe he's not. Maybe his phone is dead. But you said he looked at the text. So, excuse me. Maybe he's not feeling well. Maybe he's in the middle of watching something that he just wants to watch the end of before he calls you back. Aw, well, thank you for hanging in there, Kim. Enjoyed chatting with you too. Glad you could be here. As we talked about old-timey games and cookies and wild animals in our house. My hair just looks so like tonight. I have to get color because I have the gray stripe going on down the front. Maybe I'll get some color by next week. I'm not sure. I just get really tired on Tuesday nights right now. But that's the way it goes. It's been almost a week now. He's not answered me back. Oh, man. You don't think he was unexpectedly incarcerated for any reason? Not in the hospital? I hate to even think of that. He wasn't depressed when you talked to him last. All the reasons I'm thinking are not good right now. If it's been a whole week. Is there a friend like nearby that can go check on him? that you know of? Did his phone fall in a lake, or, a relative of his that you could ask? T D F. No. Last we talked to him was good. Well, I'm glad he was. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, ghosting is cruel. I had a good girlfriend. We were friends for over 20 years. We even were on a cruise together and everything, and celebrated everything together. She ghosted me because of politics. Damn Trump. Sorry. That was a big raccoon. Yes, it was a big raccoon we caught. Oh. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll warm up my tea a little bit later. No big deal. I shouldn't probably drink it this late at night because it'll keep me up too. But I probably should just not. I probably should just let it wait till tomorrow. Instead of drinking it tonight, I probably should just stick to water tonight. Is what a cookie. Everyone go make a cup. No, I'm fine. That is why it's so hard. He knows what I've been through with exes and getting ghosted. Yeah. And that's, you know what? That's damn right cruel then. That is damn right cruel. If he knows, and he knows better, I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but even just to know, I mean, we all have abandonment issues. We all do. But to know about it and then even not talk to you for a whole week, that's triggering. Not kind. My daughter and her boyfriend broke up again. And I said to Kate, listen, it's time for you to get with your girlfriends, hang out with your girlfriends, have fun, and get yourself strong. Get yourself strong. Find out what it is that you want to be and do right now. I keep telling her that she doesn't need a guy to make her happy. She can keep herself happy. She's got kids to think about, but she's taking very good care of. And they are her first priority. She doesn't have a job right now. So I keep letting her know that, that whatever, I mean, we're behind her no matter what she decides to do. I said, but, time for some self-care. It's time for some self-love for a change. Time to give back to herself. And Michelle, I would encourage you to do the same. hang out with girlfriends who can, like you're doing tonight, who can commiserate with you, who can encourage you and say, you know what? Time to take care of me. Time to think about me. Right? Time to give yourself all the love that you're not getting elsewhere. I put that away and I needed a few more of them. Well, hello, Zara. Hello, hello. Yeah, those cookies do look good too. Zara girl, how you doing tonight? What you up to? You just getting off of work? Because you were at work, weren't you? How's it going? Getting back to work? I am still getting used to the physicality of what my new job entails. Been getting really tired, but we've been talking about games we used to like to play when we were kids. We've been talking about wild animals in the house. Accidentally, of course. And we've been talking about friendship, and Melissa's has a sad heart tonight because her boyfriend's been a good friend of a long time, became a boyfriend, and now he's ghosting her this week. So Michelle's having a hard time. So that's what we're up to. What are you up to tonight, Zara? Let's see. We don't wait for them. We don't let them know you're upset. Find what you want. Do you want this? Is this good for me? You need to find you. Maybe you should just be friends. Do some self-inventory. That's a good idea, Tammy. Those are all good questions. My second client canceled today, so able to pop in for a bit between jobs. I've been having lots of doctor's visits lately, and it looks like menopause is finally giving problems. Oh, that's right. That's right. And thank you. Thank you for putting up Zara's channel. Very good, very good. She's on the ball today. Looks like I have vaginal prolapse due to age and menopause. I had a hysterectomy 19 years ago. My aunt had that happen. She had a wire mesh type thing that kind of put it back in place, but it was, surgical. You might have to have some surgery, maybe, to get it all back in place. That's not going to be fun. Oh my goodness. We keep you in our prayers too. because that can be painful. A friend of mine went through early menopause when she had chemotherapy for her cancer. And at that point, I couldn't wait to go through it. Been through it. Been there, done with that a while ago. Only to find out that later on, the older you get, you may need some pads for other reasons. Joy, oh joy, oh joy. You know, you just get used to not having to wear things. And then you get older and your muscles weaken. It just sucks. It sucks being a gal sometimes. Yeah, we pray it all works out for you for sure. Oh, maybe they can fix it without surgery. Okay, cool. Let me know. I wish you the best. I hope they can do it without surgery. I didn't know that was an option. Oh my. I've never heard of that. Pessary. 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 Never heard of that. Gotta be something new. That's cool. That's cool. Ain't getting old fun. It's just, it's always something. I'm running out of conversation, guys. My brain is a little tired tonight. My brain is a little tired tonight. My daughter and husband are having a housewarming on Saturday night. Oh, yes. How did they like their new house? How are they doing in the new place? So I have one. I've had it for years to hold my bladder up. It does work well, though. Good. Glad to hear it works well. Glad to hear that. There's some hope there. There's some hope there. One of the books I'm reading is on discernment, on, how to figure out like what's the next thing you ought to do type thing, or like if you have a decision that it's difficult to make, some ideas for making it, for how to make decisions in your life. It's been a really good book, by one of the professors that I had in seminary, Nancy Bieber. I'm reading it for the spiritual direction class that I'm in. And it's really, really very good. She gives a lot of different exercises, things you can try. Like if you're having trouble making certain decisions. And really, I really like that. It looks like I may have a couple spiritual direction clients coming up. I need them for the class that I'm in. And I just put a feeler out like last month at one of my ministry meetings. And I got a text this week saying that, ask if they had my permission to give out my contact information to a couple people that they know that are looking for spiritual direction. And sure, I need at least two to three clients before Christmas, before December, actually, as part of the coursework. Let's see. They're loving it. It's more spacious than they initially thought. We've been there to have dinner with them, and my daughter cooked a roast for the first time ever, and it was delicious. All right. Fantastic. Oh, that's great that they like their new house. Yes. I'm glad she's happy. Are you happy not having her home? You probably miss her like crazy. It's always nice when they leave, but it's hard when they leave too. For sure. HIJ. Yeah, you probably miss not having her now. There's HIJ. It's reminding me to call my son. I haven't talked to him for a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And that's way too long. He doesn't call his mother every Sunday like I'd like him to. I don't know. They're out living on their own now. I like them to be independent, but there's always that part of you that is hoping that they still need you in some way. Or is that just me? Am I just goofy? I'm glad he's independent, but I kind of like to still be needed every once in a while. Although I don't miss her as much as I thought I would, I'm happy that they finally have their own place and are making their life together as a couple. My son is always here and or calling me. Yeah, when they're there and they won't leave, that's a problem too. It's good if they're independent. Oops, come on now. It's always nice to get the house back too, like it's your own space. I mean, now you and hubby have a little bit more space together. You have the rooms back that they were occupying. Does that mean you get one of your craft rooms back? You get a crafty space. Can you move into where they were in the house? That would be nice. I was just telling them I have my organizer coming on Monday, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I really shouldn't be. I really do need to get rid of some stuff that I've got, but I don't know what the process is going to be like. She says she's okay with me, videotaping everything so that, I can share my decluttering journey with everybody if anybody's interested in it. I'm really reluctant to show the before pictures. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I'm not the only one who has clutter challenges. It could be a sign of depression. It could be a sign of just ADHD. It could be like just being part of the creative mindset. Could be a lot of different things. It could be like, if it was true hoarding, it would be a mental disorder. I really don't want it to be that. I wasn't always a hoarder. I won't always be a hoarder. It's a little more than a collection at this point, unfortunately. So I'm nervous about working with her on Monday. The room they were in is going to be used for a couple of other things first to help with renovations. Aha. So you're planning on doing renovations to the house at some point? I need to get some renovations done down at the house too. But I gotta get my own act together first. Because maybe I don't need the extra room right away. I had a nice big house that my husband is occupying. And that Katie and the kids are occupying, and I don't have my big house, they do. So easy to hoard stuff. Always think it will come in useful. Yes, exactly. That's one of the things for sure. We were talking about that. That you think, oh, this could be used for that. This could be used for that. Maybe I'll use it for this. I'll put it aside for this project. You forget what the project will be. You think, oh, I could use it for something else. Or you put a project, a whole pile of stuff together for a project, and then you forget what the project is, and then, oh dear. Nope, just a few of them on each one. Then I forget where I put stuff, and it's just crazy. And there are a couple things that I do want to clean out. And I'd really like to know if somebody uses them. Like, I'd really love it to go to stuff. I don't mind so much if it's going to go to people who I know are going to use it and enjoy it. Yeah, we're all kind of guilty of that. And it's like, oh, I'm going to use this someday. And now with my junk journaling stuff, it's like, oh, I could make something out of that. And this packaging and that packaging. And that might be neat. And I can't save everything. Some of it I really do need to recycle. And I don't have a big kitchen. So I can't have a whole lot of appliances. But I want to keep my rice cooker. Certain things I want to have, but I don't have room for. I want to keep my iced tea maker. It doesn't always go well. Let's see. GYZ. Or maybe I'll do the 3 first. 3. V. 6 UV. 3, 6 UV. UV. 3, 6. There's the 3. Now I need the number 6. Aha. Okay. Oh, good night, Dawn. Thank you for hanging out with us. Need charging. Thank you for hanging out with us. No, it wasn't the most eclectic of nights tonight, the most exciting of nights tonight, but we're so glad that you could hang out with us for a while. You made our night for being here. Unbelievably, it is 11:10 on the East Coast here. So I don't think I can be on too much longer tonight. I'm going to keep Michelle in my prayers and Zara in my prayers. You're always welcome to text me any, or, email me any prayer requests you might have that you don't want to you don't want it to seem like you're announcing it to the whole world. You can always email me at wandasworkbasket@gmail.com. And oh yeah, Gemma, I forgot those questions. I've got to do those questions one of these nights. I forgot to do that. Maybe when you get everything straight, you can get an appliance cart. Maybe. It's an idea. There's not too much room here for that, though. That's the problem. That's the problem. Not too much room. But that would be nice to just be able to put it on there, but move it out of the way. I mean, I need to get into a cabinet. Yeah, I work tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, you sent me those wonderful questions, and I completely forgot all about that. I will, I didn't do any videos this past week, and I need to get on that, so I will write it down on my little list of goodies to do, and that will be fun to do. And should I pass along the questions to somebody else in line after I'm done? Like, pass it on like as a challenge? What do you want to do, Zara? I'm okay for Bible study on Friday if you are. I kind of like to. I want to get your opinion on something for the like for the website too, the other website. Does the prolapse affect your working any? I've been slacking on videos too, and yeah, pass questions on. Okay. Well, I know it's gonna start. The holiday season is gonna ramp up soon, and like I said, Diamond Art Club has just notified me they're sending me 2 Christmas ones for not this Saturday, but next Saturday for sneak peek. And I don't know the artist yet, but they're coming. They're really beautiful. And one of them I know I'm going to be letting go of. A couple of the latest sneak peeks I'm going to be letting go of too. And in November 2nd, I'm going to be doing a firehouse flea market near me. See if anybody wants them, they don't pay shipping for. And whatever doesn't get sold, which I'm sure will be plenty, I'm going to put up for sale in November. A bunch of them will be budget paintings, and some will be premiums, but a lot of them will be budget. So I need to start culling down the inventory that I have. And I just know I'm not going to get to all of them. I really am not. I like all the ones I bought, but I'm just not going to be able to get to them all. Let's see. It's really helped my channel. To be honest, the deck sneak peeks, it's really helped my channel. And oh man, this last one didn't get its normal amount of views that they normally do, which is, I thought, was unusual because it was so stinking cute. But I know they're starting to gear up toward Christmas. They haven't told us how many they're coming out with for Black Friday, or they haven't told us what kind of a sale or anything will be coming up. But we know all know it's coming. I'm surprised they're still putting out 8 new ones a week. That's an awful lot. And I've been looking at the Diamond Art Club ones too. I have an affiliate code for those as well, but not sneak peeks, because they don't do sneak peeks. I haven't found one recently that I'm really like head over heels in love with, to be honest. I'm not sure that the notification went out. I got it up a little bit late, so it didn't get into the, like, if you're on the Diamond Art Club VIP group, Facebook group, they do some collages of the sneak peeks that come out, and I don't think I got into the group. I think mine was a little late, and I'm not part of the clique, so to speak, so only get to order every now and then. It's so expensive. Yeah, plus the shipping, I'm sure. It all gets very, very expensive. Very expensive. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's a boundary training for ministry, and it's called Gutenberg and Chat GBT. Anybody, you know what the Chat GBT is? It's like AI. It's I think there are pastors using it for like sermon ideas and stuff, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just that I have a problem if people are gonna write their whole sermon that way. I don't think anybody does, but they ask us ahead of time what questions we would have of the presenter, and I'm thinking that ethics. How do you ethically use AI in ministry? Now, I know how I use it for coming up with YouTube titles and video, like lists and things like that. But you don't get it to write your whole work for you. You just have it give you ideas as to what to do. Do you see how to voting on VIP? But I couldn't find which deck Facebook is. Oh, they were voting again? I haven't been paying attention to the VIP site much. Yeah, Chat GBT is an AI. It's an artificial intelligence, and you ask it questions and it comes up with the answers. It searches the internet for the best answers, for the most typical answers. It is so surprising what it comes up with. I mean, shockingly surprising. If you use anything like is it Alexa or any of the home assistant things, college students use something like that. Yeah, to write. Yeah, they're trying not to. They're trying to come up with ways that they can not use it. I mean, they're trying to come up with ways that students have to do their own term papers and stuff and not get so into it. It's too easy to use, but it's not quite to the point yet where it doesn't sound, I don't know, it sounds simplistic. It sounds, I mean, you can get it to sound academic, or you can get it to sound casual, or you could get it to sound formal, or you can say, as if I'm talking to a friend, or at 8th grade level, or at college level, or, it can do it from various, it can even say if you have like a celebrity that is distinct, okay, that has a distinct style. Like, I want it in the style of Steve Martin, that kind of thing. It could even write stuff for you as if it were that person talking. It's amazing. So I'm wondering what I wonder what we're going to talk about tomorrow with regards to that. Should be a fascinating talk, actually. Well, guys, it is almost 11:30. So I do have to let you go. And before I do another color on my mandala here, I think I'm going to put it away for now. I'll probably finish it tomorrow during the during the talk. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be working on it tomorrow during the talk. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget to click like on your way out. It helps the algorithms help other people find the Workbasket community. And thank you guys for stopping in. Thank you especially Gemma and Zara. And thank you so much. Yes, night all. And Michelle, you're going to remain in my prayers. Let me know. I hope you get contact and know what's going on as soon as tomorrow. I hope you get some sleep tonight. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Hopefully next week I'll be a little more animated. Alrighty. Sweet dreams, everybody. Bye-bye.